Greetings, this is Gary DiGrazia Sr, Ambassador for ParkBench.com here in Turlock. And we've been out in the community allowing the public here to find out more about our business owners, our community leaders, influencers. And today we're proud to introduce Adrian Harrell and her business, Newbridge Management. And she is a property manager, real estate here in Turlock. Been here many years. And what we want to do today is allow you all to get to know her. She's going to tell us a little bit about her business, what she does, how you can get a hold of her. So let's start it right off. Adrian, can you tell us what brought you to Turlock? I understand you're not born and raised here, but just let us know a little background about you and how this all came to be.
It's an interesting story how I ended up here in Turlock. I actually came here as a college student. I transferred from Long Beach State to Stan State. I'm an alumna of California State University, Stanislaus, and I met my husband in college. Life took me away. I went to back to Southern California, where I'm from. I went to San Diego, got a master's degree there, and the second one in Arizona. Then I moved to Europe, working for Fortune 200 companies, doing consulting work for them before coming back to Turlock and marrying my husband and establishing the business here in town.
Awesome. Now, was your husband from Turlock?
He is born and raised in Modesto.
Okay. But what brought you back to Turlock after being in Europe?
Well, he was an influencer.
Okay.
He certainly had a lot to do with me coming back to the area. And the reason why I decided to open the business here in Turlock, it's proximity to the university. The university being my alma mater, I wanted to make sure that I would give back to the community that gave so much to me and so many opportunities. And I wanted to be able to work with the university so that if there were any internship opportunities or job opportunities, I can extend those to the students at the university.
Fantastic. Now, you're still affiliated with the university. You have a position there? What is that?
I am the chair of the Alumni Association for the university, and I also serve on the foundation board, and I represent the university down at the chancellor's office at the state level.
Wow, congratulations. That's
They
great.
keep me busy.
You are giving back.
I
Great.
am.
So tell us about property management. What brought you there then? Because your background doesn't seem that you came from real estate property management.
No, I actually fell into real estate, and over the years I've asked many people, how did you get into real estate? And it seems everyone falls into real estate, and it's not a profession that they go after, which is unfortunate because I've learned to love the business and have been able to give back so much to the community and learn so much from the community as a result of the business. And I started to work for a real estate developer. When I came back from Europe, there weren't a lot of international companies here locally that I could go to work with or for, and so I went to work for a real estate developer for a short period of time. I thought it was only going to be for a short period, but we ended up developing a number of properties here in Turlock and then in Merced, and it was something that I just stayed with because I enjoyed it so much.
Awesome. Okay. And then from the development side, you somehow got into the property management side, right? Or were you doing property management for the developer too?
Well, we started out with the development first, and he held on to a lot of those portfolios rather than selling them. So I became his property manager, and I moved from the development to the management side of the real estate.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the connection.
Yes.
Okay, so, and then eventually you opened up your own company, Newbridge.
Correct.
And why? Why did you decide to do that and leave the developer?
I started Newbridge Management in 2009, and this was right after the real estate market had gone down, as many people know. And at that time, we were getting a lot of phone calls. Even though I wasn't a property manager for community, I only worked for this gentleman, I was getting a lot of calls and requests for property management services. Unfortunately, at the time, there was a lot of scams that were going on with the empty properties, and I found a need in the community to be the one company that people could rely on and know that if they are going to submit an application for a property and going to be giving their hard-earned money to that company as a deposit, that company would be around to take care of them. It wouldn't be some fly-by-night individuals that were scamming people.
there actually would be a house for them, right?
Exactly.
I heard those stories, so great. All right, so for those that don't know what a property manager does, can you kind of describe what your duties are to an owner of a property that you're going to manage for them?
Well, property management is the management of the real estate portfolios for investors. So investors that have properties look to us to be able to maximize the return on their investment by making sure that they have a lot of revenue coming into their properties, getting as much in rent for the properties as possible, and also at the same time making certain that that property is habitable for the residents that are going to be living in the unit. Property management is very unique in that we serve the client as well as the resident. It's in two different worlds, and we are in the middle of the both. We want to make sure that we reduce the expenses on the property, we maximize the revenue for the owners, at the same time taking care of the residents, so that way they feel that they are being heard and all of their concerns are addressed, so that they can take care of the property. And when they take care of the property, they pay their rents on time, the clients are happy.
Awesome. So you're taking all of that, those nightmares we hear about owning rental properties that happen sometimes, you're taking it off the seller's shoulders. You're collecting the rents, you're taking care of those leaky faucets when they come up, and the owner is just waiting to collect their check every month, pretty much.
Exactly.
Right.
And we have automated our process so much that we try to use as much technology as possible to make it convenient for not only our clients but also our residents. In today's world, more and more people rely on technology. 65% of millennials and the number for seniors is somewhere in the neighborhood of 72% of seniors are relying on technology these days to be able to run their lives. And so we provide an online portal for all of our residents to be able to pay their rents on time, submit their work orders online, if they are applying for a property, to go ahead and submit their applications online. At the same time, owners of the properties have access to their owner portal, and that allows them to see how their portfolio is performing.
Yeah. So if anybody that's looking to rent out a property, or they're going to be buying one and they need your services, we're going to put on the interview your contact information. But is there anything you want to say for our community out here in Turlock regarding contacting you, or anything you want them to know a little bit further as we close this interview out with you that is important to you?
Okay. We manage the real estate portfolios of investors, but that doesn't mean that we don't care about our residents. We care greatly about our residents, and we want to make sure that people that rent from us, they know that they are dealing with a company that is going to be here long term to take care of their needs. We've had many residents that have moved out and then come back and rented from us years later, and that's very important to us, and that's telling about the kind of relationship that we want to develop with not only our clients but as well as our residents. And anyone can reach us either on our website, which is www.newbridgemanagement.com, or give us a call at 209-668-6700.
Awesome, Adrienne, awesome. And I want to thank you so much for this interview. And just to let you all know, you'll see on the screen here the website for Adrienne, her contact numbers as well. Get a hold of her with your questions. And again, I really appreciate you taking the time to let the community know what you do.
Thank you. It's been a
Keep up
pleasure.
the good work.